Good morning. I wanted to share our home garden with you today. Let me preface this by saying we are not green thumbs. Clayton gardened as a child with his mom, and we started gardening again in 2015 when we realized how dependent we were upon the grocery store. I was grabbing extra cans at the grocery store just in case, and we had a small stash of food. But as we started rotating and throwing cans away, we realized what a waste it was, which was our inspiration to start Heaven's Harvest. Fast forward, we don't have all the answers to gardening, but we've learned a little more each year. And I believe that's the answer for all beginning gardeners. Gardening is an art. There's so much to learn. And I can read a lot, but when I actually get in here and work at it is when I figure it out and apply the tips and tricks that the master gardeners are talking about. So let's get in there. As you can see, we incorporated some of the strategies and ideas from square foot gardening. You can find this on our website along with all of the seeds for the vegetables you'll see today. What I love most about these heirloom seeds is their hardiness and quality. Half the seeds in here weren't even planted this spring. They literally regrew before we even decided to start our garden. This beautiful squash is one of them. Our tomatoes regrew as well. We have beefsteak, cherry, and Roma tomatoes all here in this garden box. It was slot full of tomato plants, and we literally had to go through and pick out all of the plants that grew so we could have just a few grow up our trellis system. In fact, nature was working at its finest and sent a tomato plant over here. We did not plant any tomatoes in this garden box last year, but here it is growing beautifully. So the tomatoes, the peppers, melons, squash, and my personal favorite, the butter crunch lettuce. I've already cut multiple heads of lettuce and they're growing back again. You already know this, but gardening is so rewarding, and I didn't realize it until I got out here myself. You can do it. Your own doubt is the biggest hurdle to overcome. You don't need to be an expert to garden, you just have to start one. You'll be amazed at what you can grow, especially with heirloom seeds. Their hardiness makes them quite forgiving. You'll reap a good harvest, and you'll also lose a few plants along the way, but then you'll do a little research and figure out how to prevent that failure next year. Before you know it, you'll be sharing the tips and ideas you've learned along the way. Gardening is a little adventure each year and a great excuse to get outside. So, what are you waiting for? Whether you have a large space or a small patio, grab some seeds and a book to inspire you and get out here.